where we see things with the big three.
Okay. And tell the people then what you mean by the big three.
So the big three, all right, cool. So for those not in the know, the big three refers to the three most popular manga at the time, right? And you've had like different iterations of this, but the most prominent one would be the One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach era.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was the big three. When the term even, for me became popularized. Those were the big three.
Yeah.
And there'll be man that would argue that, Bleach was never in the big three and whatever.
I'll give your damn self.
You try to tell me what the hell was in the big three instead of Bleach.
Nigga, anybody watching anime from like 2010, like I'll say from like maybe even slightly before that, like 2009 up to about 2013, 2014, any anime website you went on, there was a reason you saw Ichigo there. There was a reason you saw like a Hollow Mask there. Do you know what I'm saying? Because those anime websites are usually trying to push the most popular anime. Bleach was a part of the big three. Anyways,
right. So, so we had various iterations. The old school one, sometimes I've seen like, Dragon Ball, Kenshin, and Yu Yu Hakusho. I've seen that, before that's a big three, the OG big three.
Yeah.
Can't really put any much stock in that way, but I've seen that.
Yeah, before my era, I can't lie. Yeah.
Yes, and like, so I can't really speak to that specifically. I've mentioned the era that I'm most familiar with, Naruto, One Piece, Bleach. And then we move forward. One Piece is still here. Naruto's ended. Bleach has ended. And some new stuff kind of like
cropped up in the place.
Yeah,
cropped up in their place.
Cropped up in the place. You understand? So we're looking at it
young'uns.
You understand? We're looking at it like it was Black Clover and Demon Slayer at one point. You understand? Then it was MHA and
Black Clover.
And Black Clover. It was MHA and Black Clover. Sorry, I mistook it. Yeah. Then it was like Demon Slayer. Then it was like JJK. Right?
Yeah.
Now, the main reason for me really wanting to have this discussion is we know that One Piece is in its final stages.
Yeah, we were in the latter part of the 8%.
Yes, and so basically like we're going towards endgame now. So maybe next 5 6 years, One Piece.
So all you niggas making the jokes that One Piece is so long, hey, you count your fucking days. You feel me? Count your days. It's getting corny. We're gone.
Cool. MHA just ended.
On the next pod or something, we're gonna talk about that. But yeah, go on.
Right. So MHA just ended. Final chapter isn't out yet, but we just wrapped up the big fight.
The spoilers.
Seemingly. JJK, which I would consider kind of part of the big three now, because
I wouldn't even say
manga wise and anime wise, it's not all people talk about, but its name is banded about pretty, widely.
I would definitively call it a part of like the most recent big three, whatever that might be.
Whatever that might look like. So exactly. So that's kind of like a part of the discussion. Like, do we even still have a big three?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So what do you think? Do we still have a big three?
To me right now, no. I don't think we've had a big three. I don't think we've had a big three, ironically, since Bleach has ended. Yeah. I know a lot of niggas won't like. A lot of niggas ain't gonna like to hear that. You get me? But since Bleach ended, as in definitively ended, and by ended I mean, okay, cool, for anime watchers only, when you stop watching Bleach, that's when Bleach's popularity took a nosedive, and that's when the whole discussion of whether or not it was in the big three became debatable. You get me?
Okay.
So when I say Bleach is ended, I'm talking about for the manga niggas as well. You know what I'm saying? You know about their 1,000-year blood war arc, all of that shit. Yeah, cool. Once Bleach ended, that's when the big three, as I would understand it, stopped being a thing, because Bleach was one third of that era's big three, that being Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. You get me? Bleach ended, Naruto was still active, then Naruto ended, we have Boruto, but Naruto Shippuden ended, yeah? And that leaves only One Piece. Who would be the other two to like take the roles of Naruto / Shippuden and Bleach? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, to me, a big three hasn't really existed since since Bleach has ended. You feel me?
Ended.
Yeah.
So we're talking. So the anime, just to clarify again. So the anime or the manga?
To me,
the anime ended, I think, 2012.
No. Yeah. The anime ended before the manga, definitely. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I would say the 1,000-year blood war arc.
From the end of it.
Yeah, so from the end of the 1,000-year blood war arc,
yeah,
that's what I classify as Bleach's ending.
And Bleach's ending had its own issues as well. There was like rushed pacing and all kind of stuff. Loads of theories, you can look into that.
You know what I mean? But that's what I would consider to be the end of Bleach.
So you say we don't have a current big three then?
If we do have a current big three, it wouldn't include any of that era's big three. Like, I'm not sorry my nigga, but I'm not putting fucking, for example, I'm not putting JJK and One Piece as part of the big threes. One Piece is a part of a separate big three. You get me? Like, its peers have already finished, and there have been no works that have come close to its peers. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, I enjoy JJK, but you are fucking kidding yourself if you think I put JJK on the same level as either Bleach or Naruto. Sorry, I just don't. You feel me? Sorry. If you wanted to ask me what I would consider or considered the most recent big three, I probably would say Gone to my head. Bruce, drop them off if you know, you know. You get me? MHA, Black Clover, and JJK.
No Demon Slayer?
No, the only reason I don't say
didn't last long enough?
It didn't last. I won't even say that it didn't last long enough, because how long it lasted isn't to its detriment. You feel me? But Demon Slayer goes hard in bursts. You feel me? Like, there are like pockets of time where it's really popular, and then periods of silence, and then pockets of time where it's really popular. To say nothing of the fact that it's never kind of returned to the initial popularity that it had. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't forget, when Demon Slayer first came out, for a brief moment, it eclipsed One Piece in sales.
Right.
You get me? But it's never really returned to that. So that let me know, don't get me wrong, people still fuck with it. People did like actually love it. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like sustained hype in the way that, like, say, JJK. You get me? Like, both manga and anime, niggas are eating. You get me? Whereas Demon Slayer, I'd even venture to say niggas don't even care as much about Demon Slayer's manga as like they do about the anime. It's because the animation for Demon Slayer is fucking beautiful. You get me? Like, it's something that people are willing to just sit and wait for the seasons for. You get me? Like, they aren't even too in tune with, like, you don't see too much anime YouTubers covering the fucking Demon Slayer manga religiously, for example. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
obviously it's finished. No, I'm talking about obviously it's finished now. I'm talking even back then, like when it was coming out and shit, like when it's still on its rise, you didn't catch people covering the manga for it religiously. You feel me? But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on the big three thing. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's fair enough.